I'm Shannon.
And I'm Holly.
And this is a Girls Gone Curious podcast, where we talk about things that make us curious. So grab your favorite drink, sit back and relax because your show is loading. Today's episode includes strong language. This podcast is not suitable for children. Please listen with care. It's time for some Reddit stories. We apologize if we say any of the names or places wrong in these stories.
Today's first set of stories is going to be, Am I overreacting? Am I overreacting to my fiance's response if I ever got raped? So there's two pictures, and in these pictures there is text message between them. So, girlfriend, that's how I know you don't love me. Boyfriend responds to a response he sent, I believe. He says, if a man ever told you to suck his dick at gunpoint, what would you do? And he asks, what's your answer to that? Because any other answer than no is not good enough for you and makes me a whore. See, you want me to say no. I don't want you to say anything but the truth. You would rather me get shot in the head than come back to you and our babies. Because I'm telling you, I would do anything for our babies. So your answer would be yes? If it meant being here for my babies, yes, any mother would. I knew you would do this. You don't care about me. You only care about yourself. You would rather have me dead, and that's so wrong of you. You don't love me. You truly don't. You repulse me. I'm disgusted by what you are. I've invested all my time and money into the wrong person. Stop reaching out to me. I'm serious. Thank you. The things I would say.
Yeah,
Okay. A bit of backstory. Me, 28 female, and my fiance, 35 male, have just celebrated our 10th anniversary last weekend, and are currently trying to get pregnant. But this whole thing is giving me second doubts. We were on the phone talking about Charlie Kirk case, and my fiance started discussing that nobody deserves to die, and especially not because of their views. On this case, I agree with him. But I said that some people do not deserve to be here. He asked me what kind of people I meant, and so I said rapists, child killers, and just generally bad people that have done awful things to others. He then asked me a random question that I did not see coming, and I was a little taken aback by. What would you do if a guy put a gun to your head and told you to have sex with him and give him a blowjob? I just stayed silent for a minute because I knew it was a trick question, and whatever I said was going to upset him. He didn't like that I stayed quiet, so he automatically took that as a yes, and immediately hung up on me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm getting very, yeah.
He then proceeded to send me multiple messages asking me what my answer was. This is most of the conversation. This is not the first time he asks me something like this, and each time he gets upset if it's not an automatic no. I've always wanted to be a mother, and I would do absolutely anything for my babies. If I ever came to that situation, then I think my answer would have to be yes. He doesn't like what I said, and is now refusing to talk to me and is trying to end it. I don't want to lie to him and tell him that I wouldn't when I know in my heart, if it was for my children, that I would. Do I just let him go, or should I just tell him what he wants to hear? Is this childish on both sides? Please, any advice is welcome. Am I overreacting by being upset that he would rather have me dead than come home to him and our children? Comment number 1. He's using the scenario as an excuse to treat you like shit. Run, end it. I'm serious. I am so sorry you invested so much time in that relationship. And I know me saying run sounds easier said than done. However, I'd immediately respond with, and if you happen to be your 13-year-old daughter, what would you want her to do? Comply and live? Or die? Then hang the fuck up on him and start planning my life without him. The way he responded erased any and all good things he brought to that relationship. End of story. To not only talk to you like that, but to say, tell the truth, and you do, and reacts like it's beyond a scumbag move. He's literally saying, I'd rather you die than cheat on me, which, by the way, isn't cheating, it's saving your life. Which only means he's in an insecure man-child. I'd nope my way right out of that relationship. Agreed.
Agreed.
Comment number 2. This dude is flying more red flags than all of Beijing. Who the fuck acts like this? I seriously hope OP not only ends it, but has a safe exit plan. Because this is straight up concerning.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am still stuck on the part where she says, this whole thing has given me second doubts. What was your first round? Like, I don't care if you've been together for 10 months or 10 years. That is a no-go.
No, especially if he's been doing it over and over again.
Yeah. And if he has the mentality that, oh, so you would cheat on me? I can't even wrap my head around that because the anger is just like, what in the fuck is wrong with you that you think your girlfriend or fiance is cheating on you in that instance? If she is sexually assaulted, it's not her cheating on you. You fucking twit.
Well, and the guy holding the gunpoint won't ask, they'll force their way.
Right, exactly.
She won't get to say, you know what, just kill me.
Yeah.
No, the guy's gonna force himself on her, and she doesn't get a fucking choice.
Yeah.
So no, she is not overreacting at all.
Absolutely not.
Okay. First one was very great.
Yeah.
And the next one's not much better.
Freaking eyes twitching.
Okay.
For our second Am I Overreacting story. Am I overreacting? I don't want my autistic brother at my house. This title is a little clickbaity because his autism has nothing to do with my animosity towards my brother, who's 15. I felt uncomfortable around him for years, with this being the first time I have expressed and placed a boundary. He has a history of being aggressive, spends 90% of his awake time watching YouTube or on Roblox, which usually results in a rage fit. My parents have heavily neglected his development and has been homeschooled for the past decade. He has an anxiety disorder, depression, and an explosive mood disorder alongside his autism. I don't know if this is relevant or not. A few months ago, my mother and I were searching through the family computer trying to find evidence of infidelity in her marriage. Instead, we found a Google search history of cat fellatio, feline genitalia, cat vagina. along with other weird teenage boy stuff. My mother did not address any of this and acted like she didn't see it. Okay, whatever. My daughter also has extreme stranger danger towards him, latching on to me or her dad when he's in sight. There's been no time where they've been left in the same room alone together, so I have no reason to think anything happened between them, besides any vibes my toddler is picking up on. I recently weaned my child from nursing, but whenever I would visit my family home, my brother would come into the common spaces to hang out. I would be nursing frequently, on demand. My brother would watch, and he is not subtle. This would lead to him adjusting himself, often until he would eventually leave the room. This same thing would happen a few more times when I would simply be in the room playing with my toddlers, and he would be adjusting. Is this normal teenage boy behavior? It really feels like my mother is choosing to ignore these red flags and excuse his behavior. As a mom, he makes my anxiety skyrocket. Thanks to anyone who reads. Hopefully I don't come off as a asshole.
Something's not right there.
Yeah, something's not right.
And I'm not saying that it's due because he has autism or any of these other things.
No.
Something other than that is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first commenter says, when I was in high school, specifically 10th grade, there was an autistic kid, 15 male, in my class who essayed a girl in front of everyone. He did not face a single consequence, so he did it a second time in a different class to a different girl, this time in front of a good teacher. The teacher screamed at him and told him to go to the office, where he was only later suspended for 3 days. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
This teacher was telling him he was disgusting and this wasn't welcome in his classroom. The kid's literal response was, but, teacher's name, I'm not supposed to get in trouble. You're not allowed to put me in trouble. I'm special. I can do this because I'm special. This was his mindset. He knew he was babied and he figured he could get away with whatever he wanted. He regularly used to hit teachers and students as well. He never did anything that severe again to my knowledge because he finally faced a consequence. I think it's not only important that OP doesn't let her brother do this ever again, not only for his horrific treatment of her, but for the sake of him knowing this isn't fucking okay.
100% agree. That is crazy.
Yeah, just because someone has autism or depression or anxiety or anything really, it's not they shouldn't be treated differently. Like, they still can understand boundaries and that kind of thing.
You can make them understand. And obviously this person that the commenter was talking about probably didn't get punished for anything, even at home.
Yeah. Especially where he said, I'm not supposed to get into trouble. You're not allowed to put me in trouble because I'm special.
Yeah. That tells me that the parenting is at fault.
Yeah, absolutely. The second commenter, not overreacting. I have autistic family and am tired of people acting like they can do whatever they want. They are not stupid. They know they can get away with certain things about specific people because they won't get in trouble. Adjusting himself around your toddler, eating and not eating, just her playing, weird. I'm glad they've never been alone because he could very well try something. Looking up animal genitals is not normal, and I hope he has no animals where he lives because he could very well resort to bestiality if he hasn't already. Your mom is enabling him and needs a hard wake-up. I'm sorry she's failing you, but keep your boundary.
100% agree.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely keep those boundaries and don't ever let your babies be around someone that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. This person is definitely not overreacting, if not enough, and she has the complete right to not want her brother at her house.
Yep, absolutely.
It's her house. She gets to choose who comes in and out.
Yep, absolutely.
Our second set of stories is going to be, Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my friend that her free wedding is unrealistic. A wedding is never free.
No, I don't care what people say.
I, 24 female, am a member of a friend group in which one member, we'll call her Coral, 23 female, is getting married. She announced her engagement to her fiancé, 25 male, a few weeks ago, and we're all happy for her. Over the weekend, though, she shared more specific plans for the wedding. And that's where things have kind of gone off the rails. She said she's been seeing a lot of people on TikTok and Insta showing how to plan free weddings. Weddings where the couple spends $0, aside from the marriage certificate fee, I guess. At first I thought she meant a city hall wedding, which would be completely fine. But then she got into the details and her expectations for the ceremony. She's going to try and find someone with a large outdoor space to use, not formally a wedding venue, who will donate their area in support of love. She's going to have all her guests bring a potluck with very specific assignments. She will have a friend officiate, a friend to do photography, a friend do save the dates and invites, her family do the flowers, etc., including some harder to swing, in my opinion, things, like getting a large tent, decoration, wedding favors, speakers, bands, etc. I'm not sure what her plan was for a dress. What's more is that Coral and her fiancé really aren't poor, from what I can tell. She works as an accountant at a big company, and her fiancé does software sales. Plus his parents are loaded. It sounds like they just want to do the free wedding thing for the sake of it. That would be okay, but she is just shifting all the cost onto other people, some of who are probably less well off. She told me she wants me to make the cake, and then sent me some pictures for inspiration. The cakes were ridiculously elaborate. We're talking multi-tier, fondant flowers, gold leaf, and one even had a hand-painted watercolor design. I'm not a professional baker. I just like to bake cookies and brownies sometimes. I told her that those cakes would probably take me days to make, and that they wouldn't come out anywhere near as good. She kind of laughed that off and said, "Oh, it's not about being perfect. It's just about everyone pitching in. It'll be fun." I told her that, fun or not, what she was describing was basically her friends and family subsidizing her wedding with time, money, and labor. And that was just kind of unfair to expect people to spend so much on her free wedding. Or else she was expecting everyone to show up to a lackluster event and just pretend it was amazing. It's like a group project that none of us wanted to do because we already graduated and moved on from all that, so we don't need the credit. She does graduate a year later than the rest of us. I said that if she wants a free wedding, she should probably just elope or go to the city hall. Because this isn't really free. It's just free for her. I might have been a bit more forceful in my wording, but I didn't swear, call her names, or anything like that. She got super quiet and just looked at me for a minute or so and then left, with another one of our friends driving her home. Later that night, I got a text from that friend saying that I had really hurt Coral's feelings, and that even if the plans were a bit unrealistic, I should have just let Coral come to that conclusion on her own. Coral then messaged me saying, "Sorry, don't worry about the cake," with no more context. I'm feeling pretty bad now, especially since Coral was so happy and excited, and she never really said anything mean to me. Perhaps I should have just gone along with the cake. But since she said she wouldn't be mad if it turned out badly. But I'm worried that her wedding would not have been what she wanted. And I guess I was also frustrated about the cake request. A little update. Honestly, I feel bad now. Coral really is a sweet person who is just a bit naive. I feel like a lot of people in the comments are tearing her up more than she deserves. She has always been the baby of the group, and I just got frustrated and ranted on this case. I don't know what her fiancé thinks about all this. Interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Comment number 1. Not the asshole. I'm sure you did hurt her feelings, but sometimes there isn't a good way to sugarcoat these things. I would apologize for hurting her feelings, but reinforce that you weren't wrong with what you said. Second comment, not the asshole. And I don't believe her about her, "Oh, who cares if it's nice or not." If the cake turned out badly, she would have never let you forget it. If she was cool with a shitty looking cake, she wouldn't have used overly embellished options as inspo. She's fine with everyone else funding her day, but was pissed someone called her out on her selfishness. Make sure you're busy that weekend. Wow.
I have two different thoughts on this.
Yeah.
So I don't think this person is the asshole. The first thought is that regardless of what, because this person mentioned that the parents are well off or very wealthy, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Just because your parents are wealthy doesn't mean that automatically makes you wealthy. Your parents are wealthy, you're not. So it's like, I didn't think that needed to be put in there. That doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that the parents are going to pay for the whole entire wedding.
Yeah, but I mean, she did mention that both of them made decent amount of money.
Right, yeah. I can kind of see, like, getting excited, caught up in the whirlwind of everything. I totally get that. But I also understand this point of view where I honestly think that the bride-to-be would definitely care if the cake looked.
Well, especially if she sent the photo she did with the multi-tier with fondant flowers and
watercolor design. That's
gold flecks.
Yeah.
That's not to mention how much money is that going to cost to make?
Yeah.
Especially if you have to do it multiple times to like actually try out. Because if it was my first time making like a fancy cake, I mean, we made a fancy cake before. It didn't turn out.
It didn't turn out that well.
It was still edible.
Right, it was still edible. It's just, it was supposed to be like a bunch of different purples.
So now if someone came up to me, we're just going to move on from that.
Right.
That was horrible.
Moving on. It still tasted good.
Yeah.
Didn't look like what we wanted.
No.
But yeah, I would be...
Like, I like making homemade cookies and I like making brownies and stuff. But when it comes to a cake, like a multi-tiered cake, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
And if I was to send a picture to somebody and like they have all the best intentions and they try to make it, I'd be like, you know what, girl, I don't even give a shit. I just want it to taste good. But I don't necessarily think this is.
If I was asking someone to make a cake
Mm-hmm.
that didn't specialize in making cakes, I would just do something very simple.
Yeah.
Like literally
Absolutely.
just make a cake.
Sheet, like a sheet cake kind of, yeah.
Make it white and maybe put like little candy buttons on it or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't expect someone who doesn't make cakes for a living to be able to do what she's expecting.
I mean, I would be okay with the chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Or the brownies.
I mean, I'd be okay with either, especially if you're making the cookies. That's all I'm saying.
How about I make a cookie cake?
Ooh. Heck yeah.
I think both comments have good points.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't believe that the person is the asshole.
The only thing I could say is maybe go talk to your friend and like sit down with her. And...
Right. Don't just leave it because, yeah, she's thinking one thing, you're thinking one thing, and it might not even be. You might not be thinking the same thing, so definitely talk to her.
Well, especially if she's younger and naive, even just sit down and talk with her and help her try to realize how much money is actually going in to this with other people.
Right. And it's not just like the basic ingredients, like there's if whatever decorations she's wanting, that can add up really quickly.
Yeah. Not to mention, she'll probably want to do a pre-trial.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, the only thing I can say is she's not the asshole, and maybe just sit down with her friend and talk.
Agreed. For our second Am I the Asshole story, am I the asshole for not wanting our friend to ever come back to our house after he ate literally everything we owned? My husband and I live abroad. Earlier this year, a mutual acquaintance, let's call him K, reached out saying he'd been scammed with an apartment rental and had nowhere to stay. At first, we only offered a weekend, but he was polite, helped around the house, and seemed grateful. So we ended up letting him stay the full 20 days he'd asked for. During that time, some things rubbed us the wrong way. He never bought groceries, and multiple times he pretended he was going to pay, but forgot his wallet, or claimed he could only use Apple Pay, not accepted at our local supermarket. He'd eat way more than his share. Once my husband and I shared half a pizza, and he ate the other pizza and a half without contributing. Still, we felt bad for him, so we let it go. We stayed friendly, and a few months later, we were planning a 17-day trip. Since he was struggling with rent, we offered him to stay at our place in exchange for taking care of our dog. I even wrote a Google Doc with instructions for the house, dog care, gym access, etc. I told him he could eat anything that was going to expire, fruit, veggies, yogurt, etc. When we came back, everything was gone, and I mean everything. The entire fridge, freezer, pantry. He finished 2 jars of jam, a jar of peanut butter, a giant Costco bottle of olive oil, condiments, rice, snacks, cheese, even my husband's supplements, creatine, protein, and collagen. He completely destroyed a ceramic pan. He consumed things that usually last us 6 months in just 2 weeks. I honestly suspect he might have taken stuff with him because it's insane how much was missing. I didn't confront him except to ask him to replace the pan, which he mocked me about. It's just a pan. Why are you making it a big deal? I felt deeply disrespected. Now he keeps texting me, acting like nothing happened and wants to hang out. I told my husband I don't want him in our home ever again. My husband says I'm being too harsh, and if he wants to stay friends, that's his choice. But I feel completely taken advantage of and disrespected. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to see this guy ever again and refusing to let him come back into our house? I don't think you're an asshole for sure.
I want to know what he did with a whole bottle of olive oil.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Where did that go? Okay. The first commenter is, this dude isn't a friend, he's a mooch who took advantage of your kindness twice. First time, red flags everywhere with the forgot my wallet BS. Second time was straight up theft. Your husband needs to wake up. Commenter number 2, not the asshole. This guy robbed you. Unless he was running a mukbang, there's no way he could eat that much. He crossed a boundary when you were trying to help. Your hubby needs to stand up for you. You're supposed to be a unit, and you're justifiably upset. Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think this person's the asshole.
I don't either.
Especially where she specified, like, you can eat anything that is going to expire.
Yeah.
But then clears out her fridge, pantry, freezer. I mean, the dude had to bring it back to his apartment.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there thinking, like, what I'm imagining is, like, you know, after first couple days after grocery shopping, everything's full or whatever, or even if it's not full, like, you know, a good amount of stuff for one person.
Especially if it lasts the couple 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if he tried to sell some of the stuff, actually. Especially like the creatine and things like that. That stuff's expensive.
Definitely not the asshole.
No.
For our third set of stories, it is going to be confessions. Confession number 1 is, I pretend I can't cook, so people stop asking me to bring stuff to gatherings. I'm actually a pretty decent cook. Not like chef level. I can make solid meals, and my baking is honestly really good. But about 3 years ago, I started playing dumb. Whenever food came up for family events, potlucks, work parties, whatever. It started when my aunt asked me to make lasagna for Thanksgiving. But I just didn't feel like spending my whole Wednesday prepping. So I told her I'd try, but wasn't sure I could pull it off. And then I brought store-bought garlic bread instead. She felt bad and said it was fine. Now, whenever something comes up, I'm just like, oh, I'm not good at that, or I always mess it up, and people stop asking. My sister brings the desserts, my mom does the main dishes, and I show up with a bag of chips or a bottle of wine. The guilt hits me sometimes when I see my sister stressed about making her famous potato salad for the 100th time, or my coworker staying up late to bake cupcakes. They think I just can't do it, so they don't even ask anymore. I could easily just buy nice pre-made stuff from the deli or a bakery to bring since I've got some money put aside. But I don't even do that. I just grab whatever's cheap and easy, because I've committed to this whole I can't cook thing. I know it's selfish, but I really don't want to go back to being the person who has to put in actual effort for everything. So you're lazy.
Yeah. It's fine, just say that.
Yeah. Comment number 1. So you can bring food you just made to an event, then about 3 years ago you started pretending you can't cook. You realize that don't make any sense, right? You're also suggesting that others should bother themselves to feed you, but not vice versa. High level, immature, and selfish there. Comment number 2. Lasagna, like you couldn't be bothered. So just bought garlic bread for everyone? Laughed my ass off. What are you making, homemade noodles? I feel like I could pull off lasagna without spending all day prepping. It's okay for wanting to share the burden or not do super difficult dishes. But come on, you should be at least contributing sometimes. I feel like it's like I understand he doesn't want to do anything, but the thing is he shouldn't have to lie about it. Just say, I don't want to cook anything. I don't want to do this. Just say, like, is there something else that I can just bring from the store or whatever? But then he even says, like, I don't want to spend that much money even though I have money.
Yeah. So I'm kind of confused on this one because in the beginning, the individual talks about how they are making all these dishes. 3 years ago, they started pretending that they couldn't cook.
Yeah.
But everybody already knows that they can cook. First of all. Second, why not just say, I don't want to cook for Thanksgiving, but I'll bring some. I mean, I'm still going to bring something, but I'll make a dish for Christmas. Or because and it doesn't say that this individual was making it all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand the only one cooking is what I meant to say. So they clearly weren't the only one that was cooking.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's got to be cooking for himself.
Right.
But, I mean, it just...
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I agree with the second commenter that the individual should be contributing sometimes. And I know they're contributing with like a bag of chips or a bottle of wine or whichever. And that's fine. But if everybody else is literally making something and
putting their time and money into it.
You used to do the same thing. So why not just like trade off or like
say, I'll do it this time if you do it this time, or just like there's really easy things out there that you could make to bring.
Absolutely.
Something that won't take. You're telling me you can't take 30 minutes out of your day and make something.
Yeah. I got a kick out of I didn't want to make lasagna, so I brought garlic bread instead, which is totally different. Usually they're together, but you totally forgot the pasta part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I just, like the first commenter said, you were making food, and then all of a sudden just said that you can't anymore.
Yeah, that you can't cook anymore, which everybody who knew from before obviously knows that you can cook, especially your family.
Yeah.
So
makes no fucking sense. So, I mean, they gotta know that you're fucking lying.
Yeah.
I don't know what to really say about that.
I don't either.
Like, that's not cool, bro.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Especially with him saying well, I can go up to like the meat department and get that stuff, but I don't want to spend that money.
Yeah. But it's okay for everybody else to spend that money on those items so that way you can eat it. Because I'm sure this individual is eating the food that everybody else has made.
Just like the commenter said, is that they're feeding you, but not vice versa.
Yeah.
So you're just like showing up and chowing down on everything. Yeah, I feel he's a little selfish, but I don't know, man. Do something. I don't know what to say about that.
I don't either. Just, yeah.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. For our second confession.
I gave you all the interesting ones.
The individual said, sprayed fart spray in an office to force messy coworker to clean up pills. This is, classic. Someone in my workspace has their own office, and it's disgusting. Filthy. Month-old food containers growing mold. Stain community seating. I was sick of it. It's an embarrassment to business and people that see the mess. So finally, I took matters into my own hands. bought some fart spray from a gag store, sprayed 1 or 2 sprays. My coworker smelled it for a little bit and thought he let one rip. Didn't affect him. So then I really sprayed it. Again, no effect, but at this point people caught on and started wondering what food dish was causing the stink. Coworker didn't clean up office space. Day 3. I poured some of the fart spray stench into his garbage and dabbed some on his floor. Guess what? The next day, we all came into a spotless office, wiped down, and conversations how he had to throw out all of his wife's Tupperware containers due to mold and stench, and she was pissed at him. Feeling proudly accomplished. I think that's freaking hilarious, but commenter number 1. Wow, silent but deadly. Nice play, OP. Commenter number 2. This is amazing. How do we do this, but to someone that's very unhygienic? Haha. Yeah, I would definitely think of something along those lines too, because that is disgusting. Like, there's no reason for that.
You're at a workspace. You don't own this space, and you got garbage.
Yeah.
Tupperware, food everywhere. The fact that there's mold growing, that's fucking disgusting.
And it doesn't take long for mold to grow, so that's some of that.
Gross.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
And then just to be sitting there as you're smelling the farts. Especially like after they started pouring it, like, oh my gosh, that is. So where did you buy that?
At a gag store.
Yeah, that's funny.
Let me Amazon it real quick. You know a person that could probably use it.
I know a person or two.
But they probably wouldn't do anything. 'Cause, I mean, they literally had a dead cat under their couch. And didn't do anything about the smell or nothing.
Yeah, that was.
So I don't think that would even affect her.
Yeah, probably not. Unfortunately, I've got all kinds of stories, but that's for another day. There was, like, I really think the invention of the 100-year-old egg started at this another person's home. I truly believe that.
Yeah. I only imagine, like, that in an office.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
Oh, absolutely not.
I wouldn't even want to go in there to spray the fart spray.
Like, what are those things called? Oh, a slingshot.
I guess it's creepypasta time.
Woo-hoo. And what a shocker. It is dark out.
Like it is every single time. I think there's been like one episode where it was daytime.
Yeah.
And it was very weird. And of course, there's still a window right behind me. This creepypasta is called Don't Stop Here. If you are ever driving at night and spot a 24-hour convenience store with no cars in the lot, keep driving. Don't stop. I'm not even sure how to begin this, but here goes nothing. I've always enjoyed driving at night. The open road, no chaos, no traffic, just me, the hum of the engine, and some music drifting low from the radio. You can't beat it. It's almost Labor Day weekend, and my friends had planned a trip to the big lake. Crowds of people, noise, traffic, not my thing. So I decided I'd leave at night, beat the rush, and get there early. I tossed my bags into the car, filled the tank, and hit the highway. I've never even heard of Perfect Lake before, but one of my friends swore by it. His family had been going there for years. A few hours into the drive, I'd figured I'd stop for some snacks and to kill some time. The night was perfect, calm, empty roads, nothing but the dark stretch of the highway. After another hour and a half, I finally spotted a store. A glowing sign, open 24 hours. Perfect, since it was about 3:30 in the morning. I pulled into the lot and immediately felt uneasy. There were no cars, just a single bike on a rack. But inside, I could clearly see someone standing behind the counter. Relax, Isaac. Just a convenience store. Nothing to freak out about. I stepped out, scanned the lot, and walked inside. Behind the counter was an old man, ancient, easily pushing 90. His smile too wide, showing rows of blackened teeth. I grabbed some random energy drink and chips, brands I've never even heard of, and carried them to the counter. "That'll be 8 years, the old man said. I froze. You mean $8? We don't take those here, sir. That'll be 8 years. I laughed nervously. Cash only then? His eyes narrowed. We accept no cash. Here, we only take years of your life, Isaac.
What the?
He knows my name. How the hell does he know my name? I swallowed. What are you talking about? All of your goods are made for select individuals. You are one of them. Get out right now. I turned, but the door was gone. Just a blank wall where it had been. The old man chuckled. It's too late for that, Isaac. You stopped here for a reason. You touched the goods. Payment is required. Either you give me 8 years, or you work it off. This isn't real. No way. Just a dream. Wake up, Isaac. I clenched my fist. Fine. I'm not giving you years of my life. I'll work it off. Just tell me what I have to do. His grin widened and possibly. Wonderful. I'm so glad you've agreed. Come behind the counter, Isaac. I'll get you started. My legs moved before I could stop them. I stepped behind the counter, and the old man slid a folded sheet of paper across to me. His blackened teeth glistened as he whispered, Read carefully. Follow the rules exactly. If you don't, there will be consequences. The rules of the store. 1. We do not accept cash, credit cards, or human currency. 2. Customers are not human. Treat them with the utmost respect. 3. Every hour, walk each aisle and restock missing items. Do not miss this. 4. The bathroom must be cleaned twice each night. If a man is inside, politely excuse yourself and return later. 5. If a customer asks you where something is, say you don't know. Never leave the counter while a customer is present. They will try to lure you away. Do not go. 6. Keep the front doors locked at all times. A bell will ring. Use the button behind the counter to let them in. Refer to rule number 5. 7. Some customers will look unnatural. Do not comment. Do not stare. Be polite. 8. At 4 a.m., the milkman will arrive. Unlock the door for him. When he asks you to help him unload, refuse politely. Do not leave the counter. He will insist. Do not listen. 9. Time does not work normally here. If you see yourself, do not acknowledge it. Do not speak. Do not move. 10. Do not go outside. I read the list carefully, my hands trembling with every line. The rules didn't make sense, but they felt absolute, binding. When I finally looked up from the page, the old man was gone. No sounds of footsteps, no door creaking, just empty space where he had been standing, as if he never existed at all. I spun in circles, searching the aisles, but there was no trace of him. He left me here, alone, to run this place. I leaned against the counter, staring out at the aisles. Everything looked neat, stocked, untouched. Then I noticed something below. Crouching down, I found boxes crammed beneath the counter. Rows of chips, bottles, candy, all the strange brands as the shelves. I pulled out a case of bottles, set one on a shelf, and froze. Another slid silently back into its place under the counter, as if the stock replenished itself. Endless supplies, endless rules, endless nights. The bell rang. Ring, 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 ring. A tall man walked in, pale, with sleek black hair down to his shoulders. He grabbed a crimson bottle and placed it on the counter. The scanner lit up. 4 years. 4 years, sir, I muttered. He slid his wrist, passed it over the scanner. No blood, just a faint shimmer. Beep. Have a good night, he said, smiling. And then he was gone. I stood frozen, replaying the moment again and again. He cut his wrist, scanned it, paid in years, like it was nothing. The silence stretched, just the hum of the lights above and the faint green glow of the scanner. I forced myself to grab bottles from under the counter and restock the space he'd left empty. Every creak of the floor made my heart jump. By the time I circled back to the counter, my nerves were shot. That's when the restroom light started flashing. I crept towards the bathroom, every step heavier than the last. I pushed the door open and froze. Something was inside. A man-shaped shadow sliding across the walls like smoke. It twisted, then stopped, staring into the mirror. My voice cracked. Sorry, sir. I'll come back later. It didn't move. I pulled the door shut and hurried back to the counter. Don't puke. Don't scream. Just walk away. The bell rang again. A young woman staggered in, her head cradled in her arms like a football. Sir, will you help me? Her severed head asked. I swallowed hard. No, ma'am, I cannot. She stepped closer. Sir, I have my hands full. Please, come help me. No, ma'am, I cannot. Her mouth opened wide as she screamed, a sound that shredded my skull from the inside. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Then silence. She was suddenly at the counter placing items down. The scanner lit 18 years. That will be 18 years, ma'am, I stammered. She lowered her head over the scanner, beep, and walked out. I slumped against the counter, shaking. I should have just paid the years. Anything would have been better than this cursed convenience store. The silence dragged on. I forced myself to restock shelves again, anything to keep me busy. Chips, bottles, candy. My hands moved automatically, but my mind was reeling. That's when the bell rang again. The milkman stepped in. Crisp 1920s uniform, skin pale as snow. Isaac, my boy, he said warmly, come help me unload the milk. No, sir, I cannot. It would only take a minute. No, damn it, I'm not leaving this counter. His smile faltered. That's not very polite. I will ask you again. Can you please help me? I said nothing. I just stood there, staring back, refusing to move. He carried in crate after crate, each time asking again, each time met with silence. Finally, he set one down, dusted off his hands. I feel like you mistreated me, sir. I'll be filing a complaint. See you soon, Isaac. And then he was just gone. I sagged against the counter, sweat clinging to my shirt. My throat was dry, my chest tight. I forced myself to check the aisles again. Every item was perfectly stocked, too perfect, as if nothing had been touched at all. That's when I saw him, me, stocking the shelves. Oh God, no, don't look, don't acknowledge him. But slowly he turned. Our eyes locked. My stomach dropped. I bolted for the counter. When I spun around, he was there, inches away. His face identical to mine, but the smile was wrong, too wide, like the old man's. I froze, paralyzed. Then without a word, he turned and walked into the bathroom. The green restroom light flashed. I'm not going in there, I whispered. No way, this isn't real. I'm losing my mind. Panic drove me to the front door. My hands shook as I grabbed the handle, twisted, and yanked it open. There was no parking lot, no highway, just a yawning void stretching forever in every direction. Blacker than night, so deep it hurt to look at. And it wasn't empty. Shapes shifted in the dark, massive, withering silhouettes, as if someone alive and endless was moving just beyond sight. Whispers slithered into my ear in a language I shouldn't understand, but somehow did. My body leaned forward against my will, like the void was tugging at me, begging me to step through. Then I heard it. Isaac. It was my dad's voice, calm, familiar. Isaac, it's peaceful out here. No pain, no fear, just rest. Come join me, son. My throat closed. My father's been dead for years. Then more voices joined in, laughter, shouts, all too familiar. Friends I hadn't seen since high school, calling from the dark. Come on, man, just one step. It's better out here, Isaac. We're waiting for you. Tears burned in my eyes as I staggered back. It's not them. It can't be them. Don't listen. Don't. The pull grew stronger, my foot lifting toward the threshold. It took everything in me to slam the door shut, heart hammering, bile rising in my throat. Rule number 10. Don't go outside. God help me. It was right. The green restroom light pulsed faster, brighter, like it was mocking me. Step by step, I forced myself towards the bathroom, hand trembling on the handle. I swung it open violently. Nothing. Just a toilet and a sink. No shadow man. No double. Relief flooded through me. I cleaned the bathroom as fast as I could, refusing to look in the mirror. The bell went off again. Ring, 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 ring. I looked toward the door and froze. A massive silhouette loomed on the other side, its antlers scraping the glass. The scanner flickered on by itself. 8 years. I shook my head. No, I'm not buzzing you in. I won't. The figure pressed harder against the glass, the frame rattling. I kept my hand away from the button, heart pounding. The door clicked anyway. It swung open on its own. The thing ducked under the frame and stepped inside. Antlers scraping the ceiling, skull face, claws reaching for me. The scanner glowed brighter. 8 years. I stumbled back, but it was useless. Its hand pressed flat against my chest. Something ripped loose inside me. Not blood, not breath, something deeper. My soul shredded thread by thread. Beep. The scanner displayed 8 years paid. The creature turned and walked out, the bell falling silent behind it. I collapsed behind the counter, gasping. My skin was wrinkled, my body aching like decades had passed in seconds. With shaking hands, I picked up my phone. My half-typed warning was still open. Somehow, through the pain, I forced myself to finish it. I hit send. So if you're reading this, please listen. If you ever see that 24-hour convenience store on the side of the road, empty lot, just a bicycle outside, keep driving, don't stop. Because the store always collects. And even now, through the silence, I can still hear them. My dad's voice, my friends, calling my name from the darkness.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'd say that got me. Still can't get past the teeth, though.
The blackened teeth glistened.
Yeah.
Gross.
So it said that he looked at his wrinkled skin, so was he, I'm assuming he's like old now, yeah.
That's what I would assume. I mean, it said only 8 years, but I mean, 8 years could do a lot to you depending on how old you are.
Yeah. Ooh,
Creepy.
With that is all we have for today. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can find us on Spotify and Instagram at GirlsGoneCuriousPodcast. Until next time.